Hi everyone, and I thought I'd show you our favorite beach at Lake Balaton, and for my international viewers I'll show you what a Balaton beach looks like, since it's very different from a classic seaside vacation. Of course it would make sense for us to go to the Kesteli beach, but to be honest I don't really like the Kesteli beach as much as we love this beach in Gyenesdiás. That is also a very good beach, but somehow what attracts us here is that we can park for free, and this is truly a paradise for kids. So if you want to have a romantic time as a couple, this might not be the best choice, but actually this beach is huge, so you'll definitely be able to find a kid-free zone as well. So now I'm going to walk around the beach and try to talk about a few things along the way. That way you can discover with me what this beach is really like. So the name of this beach is Diási Játszóstrand, and it truly offers a wide range of active recreation for the whole family. This beach is one of the most beautiful and most active family-friendly beaches on Lake Balaton. The water deepens gradually, the shore is sandy, and spacious green areas await families. What I especially like is that it's full of huge trees, which provide excellent shade for relaxing during extremely hot weather. It has won the 5-star Blue Wave Flag Award several times, most recently receiving the title of Best Beach on Lake Balaton in 2024, and in 2022 it was named the greenest beach. You'll see this in the footage as well, that we're talking about a very beautiful green beach full of plants and flowers. For children, there's a playground, a boat-themed playground, animation programs, a mini disco, a baby mother room with a bottle warmer, a microwave oven, and clean restrooms. I think this is very important. There's a giant slide, a natural paddling pool, and activity boards about the wildlife of Lake Balaton. All of this can be found at the beach. Anyone who wants to can also play sports. There's a beach volleyball court, which is even lit up at night, if someone feels like it in the evening, or actually, there are often serious matches held there. There's a ping pong table, a huge chessboard, and vast grassy areas where kids can run around freely, play soccer, kick a ball, or play badminton, so the whole family can really have a great time. This spot here, for example, is a little paddling pool for the little ones. When mine were just 9 months or 1.5 to 2 years old, they loved this area, and I also found it very pleasant. So here you can find a bar where you can enjoy really delicious cocktails, and as you can see, it's a great idea that there's a sunshade stretched over the sandbox so that the kids don't get sunburned, and neither do the parents while they're playing in the sand. Look, here is the wonderful Lake Balaton. I'm sure every Hungarian's heart beats a little faster for Balaton. I love it too, and in the background you could already see the pedal boats, which we didn't rent this year, but next year we'll definitely rent one. And it's a special experience for the kids that when we're in the water, the mother ducks with their ducklings usually come out from the reeds, and you can admire them getting a glimpse of the wildlife of Lake Balaton as well. So here are the pedal boats, in car-shaped, crocodile-shaped, and slide-equipped versions. You can also row, so it's definitely a lot of fun. Lake Balaton wouldn't be Balaton without the iconic Balaton steps. This is iconic. There are tons of jokes about how when the lake is crowded, people with huge inflatable floaties stop on these tiny steps, or about the ladies who can't go in because they think the water is too cold. So there are a lot of jokes going around about this. Alright, I'm moving on, and in the background you can see a trampoline and a giant slide. Our ticket included one slide, but you can buy a daily pass for unlimited use of the trampoline and the slide. If I remember correctly, it was about 5,000 forints. Here with the daily pass, kids can use the trampoline and the slide as much as they want. And honestly, even if they do it a million times, they never get bored of it. Here is the beach volleyball court I mentioned earlier. We were here at the same time last year, and for example, there were a lot of tournament matches on this court. I'm sure there were some this year too, but in the past few days the weather hasn't really been that great. I don't know if that's the reason or if they scheduled them for a different time. So now we're at the very back of the beach. Here, there's a restroom that's actually very clean, and what's especially nice is that they clean it very, very often. I think that's definitely something to be happy about. And then there are plenty of snack bars here. Right now, it's still pretty early as I'm walking around, so there aren't that many people yet, and a lot of the snack bars haven't opened, but I think there are at least 10 or 12 little sit-down restaurants, if not more, on this beach, and you can enjoy them in a completely relaxed atmosphere. I genuinely think that you can indeed get really good quality, delicious food here for a very reasonable price. Classic and beloved options like savory pizza, traditional langos, crispy French fries, perfectly breaded cutlets, various delightful pastas, hearty stews, and sweet pancakes. Truly everything you would expect as an essential part of a wonderful Balaton holiday, and absolutely everything that we all truly love and enjoy. Well, now I'm slowly walking back, very slowly, you see. Look, they've thoughtfully considered the little ones too. There's a charming small playhouse, a truly giant cuddly teddy bear, refreshing slushies, delightful ice creams, and sweet popsicles. Basically everything imaginable that genuinely lets you, as a parent, spend a substantial bunch of your hard-earned money. And of course, there are a million little toy shops seemingly everywhere where they enthusiastically sell toys that were originally bought from Temu at an astonishing 10 times the original price. But that's how it is everywhere. I've always really liked these plastic bottle collectors. I have to say, I was surprised that there was anything in it at all, since now you can return these bottles to the recycling machines for 50 forints and use the refund in a bunch of stores. But it's really great that this beach is incredibly clean, and even though we've been coming here for 6 or 7 years now, there has never been any complaint about its cleanliness. So, I promised the girls we'd have some langos and they'd get a hamburger, so now we're going to check out the snack bar. Here we have the classic Hungarian langos with cheese and sour cream, and the retro hamburger, which of course has calamari in it. Last year we really wanted to have the girls' hair braided, but we missed out on it, so this year we planned that if the lady who does the braiding is out here, we'll definitely start with that. As soon as she arrived, we jumped at the chance. We were the very first ones, and the girls absolutely loved getting their hair done. And I think this Dutch braid is really, really beautiful. I plan to learn it myself, but I'm not exactly very handy. And I'm going to sign up for a course like this because I'd love to braid the girls' hair like this too. And as I mentioned at the beginning, there are various activities with animators for the kids, where I think they have them dance and clap along to music for about 20 minutes. Well, that's it from me for today. Subscribe and see you in the next video. Bye.